Welcome to Long Beach, qualifying underway. Oh my goodness, for the GT-3 challenge. Right as we come on cue, black Porsche smacking the wall. Hard to find your way around the street course and get a clean lap in for qualifying. So drivers doing their best right now. Lucas very close to the pole. Has Daniel Llewellyn in the way, and there goes his lap time as the Audi and Corvette make contact. The teammates bouncing off one another. Daniel spins out the Corvette, and he'll have to reset. So yeah, welcome to Long Beach. There's current pole sitter Scott Rankin in the red and black Ferrari. Lucas sits second in the Audi. Marcus Hagman. Skir Squad Porsche rides third. Harry Grindel. Kamikaze McLaren in fourth. Ian Montrose sits on the pit lane fifth in his Porsche. Garrett Warren, Wanagoon's Corvette, sixth. Nathan Lafayette, his Ferrari is seventh. John Neckrich has his Corvette in eighth. Logan Wilson just got a time to go down. He'll clock in ninth. 2.5 minutes to go in qualifying. Hello, Grayson. Welcome in. The 93 Diego Iturbe out on track. Hope I'm saying that close to right at least. And just like that, top of the charts in that 93 Porsche. Diego actually tied Scott Rankin to the thousandths place. So I'm guessing the difference being in the 10,000ths. That is crazy. Both of them ran a 120.294. But iRacing does keep that 10,000ths place in the log files. Blake Giglio out on track. That was the black Porsche we saw smack the wall. Looks kind of sinister, all blacked out. I love it. Oof, got the tires. If Diego moves that mark any farther forward, Scott Rankin's also out on track. And there it is. Turbe puts down a 120.15. Puts a little gap over Scott Rankin. See if the 38 Ferrari can respond. Smacks the inside wall. Not sure if iRacing will register that as contact or not. It was fairly light, but iRacing be iRacing. Into this final hairpin, back out onto the main straight. Here comes the Ferrari. Scott Rankin should get an extra lap in here if this one doesn't count. And this one is slower whether it counts or not. Only a 120.3. I say that like it's slow. It's way faster than what I can do. But not enough to catch a Turbe. There is the Skir Squad Porsche number 93 on debut here this week. Checker flag is out, so this will be the last lap the Porsche can put down. And we'll see if Scott Rankin, Lucas Hoytson, Marcus Hagman, Harry Grindel can answer. Turbe slower this lap, so it will stay at a 120.15. There's Rankin. May have just tagged the wall again. Definitely sounded like it. Feels like he caught that one too. Scott really pushing to try and get that extra couple of tenths. Through the hairpin onto the front stretch. Passing pit entrance. Trying to get that rear end of the Ferrari hooked up. Looked like I had a little bit of a slide. at the line, it is even slower for Scott Rankin, so he will only be good enough for second here. Here comes Macus. I think he's done his run. And the last one across the line will be Logan Wilson. Improves his lap time and moves up 2 spots on the final lap. Gets up to the 7th starting spot. Hayes with the first. What's up, my friend? Welcome in. So your pole sitter, the 93, Diego Iturbe. Watch Logan finish out riding around because he's already completed his final lap.
Good job, Diego.
Yeah, it's been that kind of a day, Hayes.
Thank
Diego
you,
is your pole sitter. Not in voice chats. We can't have a chat. Waiting for the field to file in. I have 14 cars here at Long Beach. Cars getting pushed out to the grid. 30-minute timed race. And then we'll head over to Daytona Beach for Truck Series in the dark. Well, not completely in the dark. It'll be lit, but you know what I mean. It's at night. Oh my gosh. We're getting all kinds of beautiful scenic views here of Long Beach while we wait for the cars to get out on track. There's actual race cars. Yeah, quite a few cars not on grid yet, so we will sit here and wait. The 93 on debut, getting pole. So far undefeated in the 93. Diego starts in first. Scott Rankin will roll off second in the Ferrari. Lucas Huisma in the Audi starts third. Marcus Hagman in the Scur Squad number 12 starts in fourth. Harry Grindell, Kamikaze McLaren rolls off from the 5th spot. Ian Montrose in the number 1 Porsche starts in 6th. Logan Wilson, his black and red Corvette, rolls off 7th. We have Garrett Warren in the Wannagoons Corvette starting in the 8th spot. Nathan Lafayette in the Ferrari for Penguin Racing. John Neckrich, Wannagoons Corvette, starts in 10th for the number 6 Wannagoons machine. And Blake Iglio in the sinister black 16 Porsche, which looks awesome, starting in the 12th spot. 3 other cars are registered, but don't know if they're actually going to get out here and race, so we'll say we have 11. So we wait for countdown to end. And I'm going to drink of water because you can tell my voice is struggling right now. Hi, Tweety. How are you? Well, welcome in. And we are rolling. There's Diego on pole. Yeah, plenty of look at Diego here. Macus is fourth. Diego on pole. No Snail and no Matthew. So only 2 Scur Squads tonight. There's Snail in the chat. You did time that well. Join the race. A little late now. Qualifying's over. Can't join anymore. Fortunately, we have an option. Actually, unfortunately, we don't have an option to do a short parade lap around this track, so easy pit start. I think Hayden's pit starting. 56 is showing up on the leaderboard, so I think he is starting from the pit. Oh my gosh, we got contact in the hairpin. Scott Rankin couldn't get that Ferrari to cut. And it stacked up that lane. And here we go, onto the main straight. Green flag out in the air.
You're good.
And Lucas and Scott work that out after a little contact in the hairpin. Head off into turn number 1. Diego's going to have advantage through the famous fountain section. Car's a little further back, really getting after it. Harry Grindell all over the back of the 12. The top 3 with a little bit of a breakaway over the other Skir Squad Porsche. Everyone has made it out on track except for, I believe Cliff Mullins has said to hell with this. Oh, no, Cliff's getting out on track too. There you go. Everybody's getting out here. Looks like Lucas wanted to give up position there. Gave position to Scott Rankin. Uh-oh.
It don't matter too much. Didn't want to hold you up. You don't hold me up. I was going to race for it.
With the 97 and 38 swap positions there. Check back.
I think I left front slightly quicker, but I don't think I got any wheel damage. I was hoping you were the same. Right.
Mac is back up to 4. We do have all 14 cars that registered out on track now. Some guys a little late on the start. Oh my gosh, my lap counter. Let's fix that. There we go. 30-minute timed race, not 2 million laps, I promise. Mac is starting to close back in on Lucas Hoitzman a little bit. Looks like Daniel Llewellyn back on the pit lane. Hayden Lowell there with them. Maybe they were doing their start and park deal. He's like, GT's not my strongest car, and he's out here leading. Yeah, we've got a few people in SRL like that. Like Giglio, fast everywhere. And he's like, I'm not very good. Okay, buddy. Sometimes Lucas will do that too. Not as much. Lucas nice and tidy around that wall. May have even clipped it a little bit, but it helped it rotate. The Audi got wide hips. Checking on Llewellyn, he's back out on track. Right there with Cliff. So they did not do a start and park strategy. Must have had some damage from something and needed to fix it. And we didn't quite catch it. Didn't get a report or anything. Our reporting system seems to be broken. There's Hayden just ahead of the field. The Mustang nearly a lap down at this point. It's like Hayden giving way here to the field. Nice gentlemanly move. Lucas using a little draft on him. Battle for the lead, very intense. Scott Rankin all over the back of the 93. Porsche versus Ferrari at the front. Cat clawing me right now, distracting the crap out of me. Uh-oh. Looks like somebody was up against the wall back there. Oh, it's Hayden. He's just letting people through, it looks like. Then going to the pit lane. Like Scott looking for any way past. Lucas right there to capitalize on any mistakes. Top three very tightly together. Macus is all but run him down as well. And Harry Grindell rides 5th. Ian Montrose 6th. Logan Wilson. Haven't seen Logan in a while. He's back out here in 7th. Garrett Warren rides in 8th. Nathan Lafayette 9th. Blake Giglio 10th. John Neckrich in 11th. Then you have Cliff Mullins in 12th. Daniel Wall in 13th. And then Hayden Lowell back on the pit lane in that Mustang. Not sure what happened to him. That's on Diego's roof. I'm sure the same thing is on everybody's, right? Skir Squad cars. Or do y'all have different roofs on your cars and I never noticed because of the low angles? Trying different cameras to see if we can peek. There's a face on there? That was Daniel Llewellyn getting out of everyone's way, being polite. I wonder if we can look. I'm trying to find a good angle, but it's not a lot that would go right on top of the car. Dead work was ours. Where's Arya? I know how it'd be. Around the fountain. Hello, Cody. Welcome in, my friends. It's top 3 battle. Staying nice and compact as they roll through. This next corner is my nemesis. I crash here so often in this track. You get too much power down and the butt comes around on exit. Can't tell you how many times I've crashed there or here. This combination is just brutal on me.
Thank you.
There's Gary Grindell, Ian Montrose. Went further back. There's Logan Wilson. Wilson into the tires as we go to check him out. That Corvette bouncing it off the tires. Doesn't seem to have slowed him down much. Don't see a lot of left front damage from that, but definitely not ideal. There's Lafayette. Blake Giglio. There's Blake. Blake's had an issue in his Porsche, but out there having some fun, getting some testing in. Here comes John Neckrich in 11th. And he got a ways. I think John may have just clipped the wall. It was close if he didn't. Alright, when I went to click off, it looked like he was heading to the wall. It looks okay. Might have missed it. Good job. There's Cliff Mullins just ahead of our race leaders. The 38 with Scott Rankin, the 93 Diego Iturbe, and Lucas Hoisman in the 97. Sorry, you can't be out here, Snail. Remove stuff so you don't feel it. That can get dangerous. Oh, the leader, Scott Rankin, goes around. 93 Diego Iturbe collects him a little bit on the left front. And then here come, I think that was Ian Montrose through there, knocked the nose off of Scott Rankin's car. And now a battle for the lead as Lucas Hoisma sweeps around the Porsche. The Porsche has left front damage after that contact with the 38 of Scott Rankin. And once again, Lucas Hoisma out in front of one of these GT3 races. Scott Rankin, a bit of a mistake as he tried to go around the Mustang, and oh my gosh. Yeah, that's Cliff Mullins in the wall trying to pit the car, and he's keeping it there, not the back end of the racing line. All kinds of things going on back here. Now Cliff's going to make it onto the pit lane. So Iturbe still second, but now Hoytsman's out in front. Rankin going to be upset with himself there. He's dropped to 6th. A little wide out of Hoytsman. He collects the tires with the left rear of that Audi. My goodness. These street circuits. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to the 38 of Scott Rankin. It'll take us a minute to get there, so bear with me. There it is. Back it up a little bit further. Just trying to get around the lap machine, the GT3 of Cliff Mullins' 37 car. The 38 spins out trying to avoid him, and right there the 93 collects the front of the 38, and then bam! Ian Montrose knocks the whole front end off of that car. Blind corner there, so it's easy not to see a car sitting there. Now the 38, Scott Rankin, one of the fastest cars on the circuit, has no front end. Unfortunate for the 38 team. Fortunate for the 97. He went from 3rd to 1st through all that. Yeah, Diego slowed down a lot out of that corner. Lucas was able to keep it throttled up better, got to him by the end of the straightaway and took the lead. Yes. The 93 and 12, Skr Squad, 2nd and 3rd on your scoreboard. I have to learn how to paint these Porsche headlights, because you notice that one has white lights, that one has red lights, and then Blake had like purplish lights. It's awesome. I did not know that was a thing, but I'm a fan. I don't know. I gotta learn, Tweety. That's awesome. I'm guessing it's something on the paint template. Snail, your own teammate has it done, so ask him. Macus says red ones. Right. Lucas out in front. Just past that 20-minute mark. We're on lap 9 of an estimated 23. Drivers have plenty of fuel. It's all about not making mistakes and keeping your tires under you. When y'all learn, tell me. Because that's really cool. Top 3 starting to spread out a little bit. Still our closest battle on track, though. Run through the full field here. Lucas Huisman out in front. The 97 Audi. Diego Iturbe in second spot. The 93 Scur Squad Porsche. Teammate Marcus Hagman right behind him. Number 12. Then you have Harry Grindel in the Kamikaze McLaren running in the 4th spot. Scott Rankin. No nose. No problem. Back up to 5th. Still got plenty of speed in that car. Suspension seems fine, so he's keeping after it. He's 5 seconds behind Harry Grindel and 7.7 behind race leader Lucas Hoitzman. Garrett Warren riding 6th. Nathan Lafayette in 7th. Corvette and Audi. And there's Logan Wilson in his Corvette. Blake Giglio's up to 9th in that black Porsche. See, he's got the purple headlights, so I think it's just something on the Porsche paint template. I can't tell if it's pink or purple. It's kind of like magenta-y in the middle. There is Neckrich. Ian Montrose in 11th, and 1 lap down the car ahead of him, Daniel Llewellyn. And Cliff Mullins out of the race. Hayden Lowell has retired the Napa Ford Mustang. Do see that little left front damage on that 93 Porsche. Keep an eye on the timing. Making up ground on the Audi down the straightaway. Loses the ground through the corner, so that damage could be affecting handling on that Porsche a little bit. There's Enduro Light Cutter in the setup page. Interesting. Now we know. Is that a Porsche exclusive? So that's the only cars I'm seeing it on right now. Sounds like Lucas may have just ever so lightly kissed a wall in that Audi going through the fountain. Here's your top 4. And in the background, that noseless Ferrari of Scott Rankin. He is closing in on Harry Grindel. Logan saying he didn't order spaghetti. Logan on and off the pit lane. Looks like he's just taking a fast repair in that 76 Corvette. Ian Montrose has also been to the pit lane about 4 laps ago. Ian leading the cars that have had to go to the pit lane. Then Logan Wilson, then Daniel Llewellyn, and then Cliff Mullins. Those two started from the pit lane, so they had an extra backup in there. Blake Giglio looks like he has towed his Porsche just before halfway. Blake may have even left the session, so it could be Blake Giglio out of the race, dropping down to 13th as it currently looks. 2 Scur Squad Porsches. That is your closest battle in the field right now. 2nd and 3rd. Alright, apparently all these headlight things are coming from Reddit, but apparently the Corvette can do it. This is what is reported on the post. It's Garrett Warren and Nathan Lafayette, 6th and 7th. Corvette and Ferrari. Garrett Warren trying to make the next round of the playoffs here for GT3. The final 4 cars heading to the championship next week at Daytona. Right now that would be Hayden Lull, Marcus Hagman, Lucas Heitzman, Garrett Warren. Coming into this race, Warren had a 3-point boost over John Neckrich, and then quite a gap back to Cody Cleaver. So honestly, it feels like it is between Garrett Warren and John Neckrich for that 4th spot. Right now, Warren in 6th, and Neckrich a distant 8th, 12 seconds behind Warren. Right now, it looks like our final 4 coming in will be the 4 that transfer to the championship round, as long as nothing major happens, no accidents, no mistakes. I wonder if Lucas is intentionally tagging that wall. Or if it's not tagging it on his screen, but it is on mine. Because it's 3 consecutive laps he's hit it through the fountain. We'll watch him next time he goes through there. For now, let's go on board with Harry Grindell. And we'll watch the view from the McLaren as he watches the top 3 ahead of him. Scott Rankin's made up half the ground to catch Harry Grindell. This is a notoriously hard track to pass on. Down this long straightaway. And here we go into the slowest part of the track. Yes, even slower than the fountain because the final hairpin. Super slow. Right here. Back up through the gears for this long straightaway. Alright, Snail. See you soon, bud. This straightaway, you get so much speed building into the hard left-hander. You really got to woe it down. Get as close to that pit exit lane as you can without going into it, because you get a penalty for that. And here we go into the fountain. You're just a little bit quicker than the hairpin. Brushes the wall on corner entry here. Very easy to either slide the back end or push too hard and hit the left side wall coming out of that section with the off camber corner. Brushes the wall on entry again. This is the blind corner where we saw Scott Rankin crash, trying to avoid Cliff Mullins. Jump up to race leader Lucas Heitzman. There he is, already up on the straightaway, passing the pit entrance. Across the start-finish line. We're going to see his line through the fountain, see if he tags it all the time, or just what we're hearing. So close. I think it's right there on the fountain exit. Oh, he got that time on the other side. And Audi has wide hips, but has been staying out front with it. It's nothing unusual to see an Audi speeding through the streets of Long Beach. Oof. Very close to the wall there. Corner exit. Sounded like he had to lift just a hair not to knock down the wall. Car pushing out of there a little bit. Down the backstretch, there's your top 5. Scott Rankin slowly reeling in. Harry Grindell, it's down to 1.2. So I have Lafayette and Warren. This is the battle for 6th place. Warren ahead of John Neckrich, which is what he needs. It's really the only tight championship battle. Right now the Corvette of Garrett Warren doing just enough. Oh, we got the inside that time. I swear he's hit 3 different walls through there. That might have been the rails catching the curb. It didn't look like he was close enough for that one. Audio throwing us for loops up in the broadcast booth. Sounds like he's catching someone to lap here. And there is Logan Wilson, so it's not him. There's Daniel and Cliff, and they're both in front of the leader. They're lazy for position, Daniel and Cliff are. It's Corvette and Mustang battling it out hard. Daniel gets way out of shape there. Cliff Mullins does a really good job not bouncing into the quarter panel. Not an area you see a lot of passing. This is an area where you see a lot of passing. Cliff gets way out wide, gets the tires. Whoops. I can see a little left front damage to the nose of the Mustang. Now they got the leaders coming, so I think they'll behave for a little bit. 8 minutes to go from Long Beach. 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Approximately 6 laps. Stick with our tightest battle, but now we got to switch over. Scott Rankin, without the nose, has caught back up to Harry Grindell. And now it is Ferrari versus McLaren around the streets of Long Beach for the 4th spot. Yeah, so the car is bottoming out on that curve. It's not wall hitting going through that corner. See Rankin slide the back end a little bit. At least the don't have to worry about the front brakes overheating. Definitely lose a ton of downforce, but your brakes aren't going to overheat. There's a car around, and that is the Corvette of Daniel Llewellyn. Seems like no issue getting around for the leaders. It's a bit of a gap now to Macus as 93 Diego Iturbe is pulling away a bit. Hung up behind 12 of Cliff Mullins through the slow section. We'll see if Iturbe is able to clear and go after Lucas Hoitzman. Scott Rankin. Looks like he's trying to keep the nose of that car in the draft down the straightaway. Into the fountain. And this is by far the best race we have to watch at the moment with 6.5 to go. The 93 still hung up behind Cliff Mullins. Now all these cars are catching up to Diego. And there's Cliff. Takes it to the inside. Now it is a battle from 2nd through 5th. Really 3rd through 5th is Macus pulling away from this group. Not Macus. Now it's Iturbe pulling away from this group. The other Scur Squad Porsche. Harry Grindell, close as he's been on this front straightaway. We'll see if he can hold off the advances of that 38 of Scott Rankin. Going into the heavy braking zone for turn number 1. Showing the nose, or what's left of it. Gets back in line for the entry. Woo! That was really close for the Ferrari into the tire barrier. I don't think he could have fit a ream of paper in there. Back to Ferrari Corvette battle for 6th and 7th. That's kind of settled down a little bit. This is 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Less than 5 minutes to go. Lucas has a 3.7 second lead. Doing a great job in that Audi. Woo! Scott Rankin pushing the issue, getting right on Harry Grindell's back bumper, trying to force him into a mistake. Harry Grindell remaining unfazed. Still not close enough for Scott Rankin to try and make a move into the heavy braking zone. I think he would take a mistake out of Harry Grindel, and so far he has been mistake-free. Under 4 minutes to go from the beautiful circuit in Long Beach. Here's an opportunity. Harry got a bit out wide. Scott's going to look at the nose. Not quite close enough. Grindel doing enough to stay in front. Check in on our leader. There's Lucas. Lucas in the Audi. Going down what I consider the backstretch. And into this final section of corners. Beta with the raid. Appreciate you, my man. Creed raid. Hopefully your stream was fun, my friend. We got 3 minutes to go from Long Beach in the first of our 3 races tonight. Enjoy your lurk, my friends. Lap times are about 1:20. And Lucas is at the line now, so I think we'll get 3 more laps, including this one. That's Brittany, bish. At least spell Brittany right, Omar. Lucas out front by now 5 seconds over Diego in the 93. Macus riding in third in the number 12, and then Scott Rankin. Harry Grindel still battle for 4th. Gosh, Uni didn't spell it right either. Oh, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome on in. Lafayette and Garrett Warren, they've bunched back up. They work around the lap machine of Cliff Mullins, the wounded Mustang. Daniel Wallen gets around. Logan Wilson picks up a spot. It's Logan out of the race. Back to this McLaren-Ferrari battle. 2 minutes to go. They got about 2.5 laps to decide this thing. Thank you, Uni. Now we got it right. Lafayette. Appreciate Mullins. Scott, throw it in here. He's trying. Puts the nose on what's the inside through here, but now Grindel's going to have the inside. Scott's going to try the crossover. Not quite able to get position on Harry Grindel, but he is not done trying. He's got another 2 laps to try and figure out a way past this McLaren. I've been up and down, but mostly good. Logan said this is fun until you have to yield to a meatball. Yeah, he can't. Oh my gosh. Scott nearly wiping out on the tires there. So close. Very precision. Lucas still leads Diego by 5 seconds. Diego has 2 seconds over Macus. Then you see this battle for 4th. Harry Grindel, Scott Rankin. You also have Lafayette and Warren battling for the 6th spot. So we keep bouncing between these 2 battles. Much going on in Long Beach. Very difficult to pass on these narrow street circuits. It hasn't stopped Scott Rankin from trying. Last time through this slow section, he sent it. May have even surprised Grindel a little bit. This time, I know he's looking for it. Scott tried to let the car roll to the outside, unable to get it there. Grindel brushed the corner of the wall ever so lightly. You saw a couple sparks fly.
Nathan, I tried to check up for you.
Oh no. Our other battle has had dramatics. Nathan lost it under power on that beginning of the backstretch, and Garrett Warren able to skirt by. White flag is out for Lucas Heusma. He's already through the fountain section. Ever since he was able to get by Scott Rankin, he has been flying in this Audi. Check back in one more time. See both of those cars struggling to get the power down, sliding it on that off corner exit. Will Scott get greedy and try something here? We'll find out very soon. It's Lucas heading into the final section of corners. Now just the famous hairpin remains go back onto the main straightaway. Lucas Heusma Gonna be your winner here at Long Beach as he gets it off the hairpin nice and tidy and roars down this front stretch to the approval of the crowd. And Audi picks up the win with Lucas Huisma. Diego going to get a P2. And Marcus Hagman going to get the final podium spot. And Harry Grindel holds off the charge of Scott Rankin. Picks up 4th.
Good race, guys.
That is your top 5. Garrett Warren looks like he will do enough to stay ahead of John Neckridge.
Good job, Diego.
Skr.
Damage car was complicated, but at least I ended second.
There you go.
Sorry for the contact at the start of the race, Diego. I was not trying to push it at all.
Nathan Lafayette 7th. John Neckridge will pick up 8th. Ian Montrose. That'll be a final lead lap finisher in that number 1 Porsche. Into the DRS zone he goes, which doesn't help these cars, but it's fun to say. And Montrose gets 9th. Cliff Mullins has wadded it up at the end of the lap because he can. And Daniel Wallen be our final finisher in 11th. Lucas Huisma, your winner in that number 97 Audi. Let's go get a chat with Lucas Huisma. Oh, Lucas, DG, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, sir, it looked like it was pretty difficult to pass out there, and then things unfolded in your favor, and there you go, got a win. Once you got up front, you were hauling ass in that Audi.
Yeah, this Audi, I guess it just loves the street courses. Last time at Chicago, and then now we're here at Long Beach, and man, it just feels good. It doesn't have that weird throw the rear end out thing. It does it every other place. So yeah, it felt good tonight, and I love Long Beach. This track is probably one of the best road courses.
What you're saying is you want to add Belle Isle next season.
Oh, well.
Maybe Phillip Island. Good stuff. Well, absolute masterclass there at the end of the race, and definitely moving on to the Final Four next week at Daytona. How do we feel about the Audi there?
Oh, that's going to be a shootout. I don't know. It doesn't love the high-speed, low-downforce places, but I could be surprised. You know, it's going to be something to watch. And Daytona, I mean, that could be the best road course ever. So it's going to be a fun one next week. Sanford,
we appreciate you, my friend. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for your victory here at Long Beach.
Yes, just Quinn and 712 Breaks, you for broadcasting and putting the league on, and everybody for racing tonight. It was super clean, especially up front, and that was a really fun race with those guys.
10-4, we appreciate you. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you in IndyCar, I guess, a little bit later.
Yep, should be in Super Speedway too. So see you there.
Oh hell yeah, we'll see you in Super Speedway then, bud. Good luck.
Thanks.
Lucas Huisma getting the win tonight. Now let's go track down our other podium finishers. I don't see Diego, so Macus may have to talk for both of them. We'll jump on down there with Macus and get a quick chat. Macus, DG, you got a copy?
Absolutely. Hello there.
Well, hello there. Looked like passing was at a premium tonight on this very difficult street circuit here in the beautiful Long Beach area. How was it for you tonight?
It was quite a hard race. I never thought I'd say this, but at the beginning there and first half, Diego actually held me up, especially in the hairpin before the long straights. It was really slow there. But I managed to secure 3rd place, which is more than I expected, actually. So I'm happy for that.
Not only securing 3rd place, but if I'm doing my math right, I think it bodes well for you moving on in the championship. We'll have to do that officially afterwards, of course, but you came in 2nd, you finished 3rd, so math's pretty good for you moving on to Daytona next week to be in the championship race. How do you feel about the Daytona road course and specifically how the Porsche is there?
I don't think I've ever driven the GT3 car there, so I'm not really sure. I know the LMP2 car is fantastic there, and I know the old Corvette C7. The GP car was also amazing there, so I guess the Porsche is also amazing there. I hope so, at least. So,
yeah, better hope.
We'll see.
All right, bud. Congrats on the P3. Go ahead and give me the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for your P2 finish here for both you and Diego's. We don't have Diego in chat, so give all the Skr Squad love.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, Queen, Killa Cleo, and the Skr Squad leader, all the Scare Squad team members, all the Scare Squad family that just keep spreading the good vibes. Also my family, my normal family, or real life family, should I say. And of course, my own sponsors, Mabe Rental Cars, Eximus Marketing, Lagerkungen. Thank you for your continued support, and thank you for broadcasting, and again for having me in the league.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, and bring some more friends next season. But we got championship to worry about next week at Daytona, one of most of our oval guys' favorite places. So we'll see how much you like it in a GT3 car next week. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. I'm also an oval guy, first and foremost, and maybe next season we can have some, actually, a team to fight for also the team championship. We'll see.
There you go. Well, just so you know, Hayden's already updated the points for us. Thank you, Hayden. And you are definitely through to the next round. Not that it was much of a question,
amazing. Thank you, Hayden.
Yeah, thanks, Hayden. And yeah, thanks for you racing, and we'll get you on out of here. We'll see you back next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is the 12 of Marcus Hagman finishing up as I was trying to pull up the points. That's why that interview got kind of dragged out. And we're trying to pull up the results that Hayden put through for us. Appreciate you, my friends. Let's look at the final numbers after race 14. And go ahead and pull this down. And here we go. We have Lucas Hoytsma through to the next round with a 1366. Marcus Hagman second, 1354. Hayden Law goes through with a 1338, and fourth will be Garrett Warren with a 1307, 7-point edge on John Neckrich. Garrett Warren, Hayden Law, Marcus Hagman, Lucas Hoyts will fight for a championship at Daytona next week. Don't miss out on that. We appreciate you so much for being here tonight, and we'll see you in the next event. Alrighty, that wraps up the YouTube. Now we can get on out of here.